Hello friends, it's me, and today let's watch a video from the Style Theorist about TikTok. TikTok should be banned against Style Theory from the Style Theorist. Together, let's go.
While TikTok may be back, it is only a temporary fix. The app has 75 days to prove it's actually worth saving. So we're going to do that in our own Style Theory way, by putting 3 of TikTok's most famous hacks to the ultimate test. If we can prove that TikTok is providing a service, that it's educational, that it's life-changing, using science, then certainly the powers that be can't decide to press that ban button again. And remember, we're a lifestyle channel, so that's where we are passing judgment. All in good fun, of course. So buckle up, theorists, because we are in a race against time to save the clock app, or to leave it to die permanently. This is TikTok's health bar. As you can see, it only has 3 health points. For each hack that it fails, it will lose an HP. If it loses all of its health, TikTok will be dead. So, are we celebrating or planning a funeral? Let's find out. For our first hack, I had to turn to one of—
Wait. Did they just start a video from the Style Theorist without saying the legendary "Hello Internet, welcome to Style Theory"? Really?
the wildest trends that crossed my feed last year: contouring. Contouring is the art of using makeup to create artificial shadows and highlights that can change the shape of your face. Not physically, of course. It's more like an illusion. You can make your cheekbones look sharper or higher, your nose thinner or wider. You get the idea.
I've done contouring for cosplays mostly. I don't tend to do it in my everyday makeup, and so I've always looked at TikTok for some tips when I want to try. But here's the thing. While there is basic contouring, TikTok is famous for its very unusual methods of contouring, blush, and foundation all in one.
I traced this trend back to TikTok user Mulchanova MUA, who went viral multiple times for her wild contouring. But I had to wonder, what was the point?
Does it save you time? Does it save you amount of items that you're using? Am I going to have more time on my hands and more money in my pocket because I'm doing it this way? And will I look hella cute?
Or is it all just to get those sweet clicks? Yet there was an even bigger question left to answer. Was it real? Now, there's no doubt that she is hella talented, but her reveals have one big issue. There are so many jump cuts. How can I know for sure that her end results are real if I can't see them happen with my own eyes? Well, today, my face is a canvas for science. At the end of this hack, we are going to blend with no cuts.
Did TikTok do us dirty? Or is this the new way to pretty up your face? Let's find out.
Today, I'm trying 2 of their most viral hits that I'm dubbing the Starburst and the Circle, respectively. And I'll be using the same items for both. Let's start with the Starburst.
Okay, so under the cheekbones to the nose. Ooh, baby. Okay, so we want to go under the cheekbones, up to the nose. Ooh, that is thick. Under the cheekbones, up to the nose. Like everything else in this video, sisters, not twins. We gotta go down the sides of the mouth, from the nostril to the chin. You know, that old beauty trick, that old beauty saying, you want to go from the nostril to the chin with your contour.
Actually, the rules of contouring are pretty simple. You want to put the darker color wherever your natural shadows fall, typically under the cheekbones, in the temples, and under the chin, sometimes along the bridge of the nose. If you are looking to make something appear slimmer or wider, you can change the shape of those shadows using your contouring. It makes that magical illusion we mentioned earlier. You then pair that with a lighter highlighting color, in my case, a concealer, where you want to brighten and, well, highlight a feature. This helps it pop out from your face, which is why you usually see it applied to the bridge of the nose, brow bones, the bow of the lip, tops of the cheeks, the places that you want to draw attention. Which is, not what the Starburst hack is doing. Contour doesn't usually go over your eyes, you know?
I feel like I've been tricked.
The circle hack, however, seemed to have a better understanding of the assignment. Sort of.
So we are basically following around in a circle on our face. We're basically mixing up where we're putting contour, concealer, blush, foundation. Are you ready, theorists?
Aye, Captain!
The majority of our circles were made up of concealer or foundation.
Gorgeous.
The contour and blush was kept to specific areas of the face, areas that follow the normal contouring rules that we mentioned earlier. The sides of the nose, the hollows of the cheeks, and the temples. The blush followed along the top of our cheekbones. And right away, I noticed that not only was the placement different, but this hack used a lot less product. As we learned in our episode on makeup containers, makeup waste can get really pricey really fast. Comparing the two, we use more than double the product in our starburst than we do on the circle. Meaning that if you're looking to save on product and money, don't do the starburst.
Please, universe, please don't let this be the time where we get the evacuation warning. That wouldn't be great.
As for time saving, they both took roughly 15 minutes to do, which is how long it takes me to do my everyday makeup for a whole face. But this was just the base, so that is a big old no on time saving. But the real question is, how do they blend? Editors, pull up the footage. Ready, set, go! As promised, you are getting the full uncut blending so that you can know for sure how well these hacks really work. If you want to see this at a more normal speed, feel free to head down to that YouTube gear at the bottom right of the video and turn us down to about 0.25 speed for this part. But here's what you really need to know. The starburst pattern made it difficult to blend out the foundation and concealer on its own. And due to the high amount of contour present, it proceeded to bleed into all other sections. This meant that I lost the definition to those other sections, and it all started to blend together. Over on the circle side, I wasn't having that issue. Since the contour and blush was kept to a minimum in both volume and surface area, I was able to better control the blending. But it did cause an unexpected problem. Since
I guess there's also one issue that you didn't take in consideration. Skills issue. Yeah.
it used less product and the design took so long to do, the circle had started to dry, making it hard to get the lines to fully blend and leaving my skin looking patchy. Let's see our results.
I think I'm the wrong color for this. I'm gonna put on my powder and see if that helps. But this is like very, very much the wrong shade. And this reminds me of the one time I tried to get a spray tan. Yeah, even powder's not gonna save this. I'm gonna call no. I'm gonna call shenanigans. I'm gonna wash this off. It's offensive to everyone.
Oof, maybe our circle will do better.
There's a lot going on my face, but I don't look like I just got a really intensive 2 colors too dark spray tan. So I count that as a win. I think if I went through and did all the rest of my makeup, this would look passable. It's a lot for me, but this does take into account the actual factors of contouring where we are switching out the blush and the contour for the concealer in the right places. The contour is going just where it's supposed to be. And because it's not like everywhere on my face, I can actually maneuver my sponge or my brush to blend out the right areas first and, you know, not get everything everywhere all at once. Great movie, bad for makeup. The hardest part about this was getting rid of the lines on.
I really like it that she can insert a reference to a popular movie while she's doing makeup. That's quite cute. That's quite cool.
On my face because it's there for so long, it's starting to dry, and blending that out is worse than the contour from the other hack. And so would I just say do your makeup like a normal person? Yes.
Which means that TikTok is going to be losing health this round.
When it comes to learning to contour, I don't think that TikTok's most popular hacks are the right way to go about learning how to do that. Next hack.
If you can't stand the heat, then this hack may not be for you. You know that we love talking about hair on this channel, and I'm not gonna lie, I put my hair through some torture over the years, specifically with heat styling. So imagine my surprise when I see heatless curls trending on TikTok.
I go to bed looking like this so that I can have the most beautiful, bouncy, shiny curls the next day. And look at how beautiful the curls come out. Look at the shine, it's like actually insane.
Yeah, it is. No offense, but this sounded like some straight hair shenanigans. As someone with type 2-3C hair, and check out this video if you want to find out your type by the way.
So what I really want to test is if these will work on my hair type, which is type 2-3C. see.
The people doing these hacks and going viral for their silky perfect curls don't have my hair. In fact, looking across the top recommended videos on TikTok, almost all of them appear to have type 1 straight hair. And the few people I did find with curlier textured hair seem to start their heatless curl routine with already treated hair, which defeats the purpose of heatless, right? But is that the only way for us non-straight girlies to get those heatless curls?
I'm going to style half of my head straight using heat and half of it naturally dried, no extra products. We're gonna see if heatless curls work on pre-treated hair, like my straight hair, or natural hair on this side of my head. I'm not sure how this is gonna go, but let's make my head look a little funny. Let's see, and let's talk about heat hair and heatless curls. Take it away, Vio.
While I prep my hair, let's look at the difference between heat and heatless styling. Heat styling gained popularity in the 1870s when the very first hot comb was introduced. While heat does many things to our hair strands, the styled result we all want comes from one main effect: changing your hair protein. Underneath the cuticle, aka the outer layer, is a layer of keratin, which is the protein that makes up the majority of your hair strands. When heat is applied, it changes your keratin from alpha keratin, which is the natural flexible state of your hair, to beta keratin, which is rigid and hard. This change makes your hair feel brittle and easier to break and split. And no, alpha and beta keratin is not a metaphor for anything else. We are just talking about hair.
Would you pull that crap?
Thank you so much for clarifying that. Thank you so much, Amy, and the team at this video. Thank you.
With a net.
On the other side, you have heatless styling. This method doesn't rely on chemically altering your hair. Instead, it's trying to work with your natural hair cycle. It starts with something to wrap your hair around, like this.
The actual thing for my hair, this guy, looks like one big long intestine. Honestly.
The instructions first tell you to make sure your hair is damp. This is because when your hair is wet, your hair cuticles are open, making them more flexible. As your hair dries, those cuticles close and lock in your styling products, and theoretically, the shape. Yes, heatless curls are all about brute forcing your hair to accept change. The instructions also tell you to part your hair in the middle and to wrap a 1 to 2 inch strand around the tool, with the curl going away from your face. Now, I've already spotted 2 red flags in this process. The first,
adding water to my straightened hair, which is bad for straightened hair. If you've never straightened your hair before, you'll know that this is breaking my heart.
water is the enemy of naturally curly hair once it's been straightened. It unlocks those cuticles we keep talking about and causes the curls to try and take back their shape, and creates a great atmosphere for frizz. But sure, we'll trust the process.
Really, if TikTok can do this, then it is worth saving.
The second red flag, that middle part. I know it's all the rage, but some of us just can't pull it off. You really think I'm holding onto my side part because of the emo? No, only sometimes. Yet these methods and tutorials aren't showing up for those of us whose faces need a little asymmetry.
It's a little bit different. Sisters, not twins. So we're gonna take this part, cross it under here, pull it up, and secure it. Ooh. Who is she?
Then it was time to don my silk sleeping bonnet and head to bed, hoping that while I slept, I got a perfect head of curls.
All right, see you in the morning.
After a lovely night's sleep, dreaming up new theories and experiments to do for future episodes, which you can subscribe to get notified when we post to never miss an upload, that would be a nightmare. I woke up to see what had happened on my head overnight.
Good morning. We are about to unwrap my hair and see how this actually did. I don't know if I'm optimistic or just already sad.
As I started to unwrap my hair, my initial bad mood started to brighten.
Ooh, so it stayed pretty well. There's not a lot of extra frizz. I'm still worried about the hairline.
Once I got further along though, that little bit of hope went away real fast.
The bottoms are curly-ish. I don't really know how I feel about it. Ooh, it's crunchy. Ooh, Oh, my hair is sticking to this thing. Well, hello there. This definitely did something. Oh my God. Oh no, I'm gonna be a little orphan Annie.
As a reminder, this was my natural hair side. While the heatless curler had definitely changed my normal hair pattern, the texture was wild to say the least. The inside of each curl was full of big, fuzzy volume.
Okay, the underneath did super well. The on top, less so.
And as I got further and further up my head, the texture only got worse. Due to the heatless curler having to sit towards the front of my hairline, it meant that the back was left without any support structure while it dried, leaving it limp and frizzy.
This part failed. This part really failed. And it's like right in the middle. How do I get you off?
Theorists, it was looking real rough.
There's definitely a lot of stray hairs here, like a lot of itty bitty pieces. It's curling away from my head a little funny. I don't know how I feel about it.
Then it was
I know how to feel about it. Maybe try a second or third time. Like maybe it's more of a skill issue rather than this product doesn't work. Maybe try a few more times. Once you get familiar with it, then you make a proper judgment.
It was time to see if our pre-styled straight hair fared any better.
Why are you coming off like that? There's some tangles happening at the bottom of this. That's not good.
Oh no.
What is happening? What is happening? I don't know why there's a tangle. Why is this side so tangled? We're doing the same exact thing. Oh my god.
It's fine. It's fine. Beauty is pain. Eventually, after some painful trial and error, I was able to start really unwrapping and power through until my whole head was finally free from this torture device.
Do heatless
Congrats.
curls work? Yes, it definitely gave me curls, but I don't know if it works for my hair. This side went every which way. I don't quite know what it's trying to do. I curled them all the same way. Parts of it are good, parts of it are not.
Despite following the instructions on the box and the tutorials on TikTok, I couldn't replicate those perfect silky curls on either side of my head. And don't even get me started on the frizzy, tangled mess that was the top of my head.
Because I think technically the science behind the heatless curls actually works. But the actuality of them looking nice relies a lot more on your hair type, your hair length, the user error, and how many times you've done this before. And that's a lot to add into this that are usually never in the TikTok videos.
Given
Yep. Case in point, if you are skilled in it, if this is not your first rodeo, this is not your first time doing it, if you are, maybe it could be better, user error, as she mentioned.
the results today, I can't in good faith give TikTok a pass. Like we saw in our first hack, these tutorials don't give enough instructions and information to help viewers like me succeed with just their health. So that is one more health point down the drain. Alright TikTok, you are standing on death's door. What hack do you have that can save your life? Have you struggled keeping your white shirts clean? Then this hack should solve all of your problems, at least according to TikTok.
TikTok tells me that you need to use a pre-soak. What is that? Let's find out.
Pre-soaking is when you soak a clothing item in a solution before popping it into the washer. There are a few reasons to do this, but the main focus for today is the claim that it can help with stain removal. The idea here is that the fabric is meant to absorb the solution and start fighting stains early, making them easier to remove and leading to better results post-wash. If you've ever left your dishes to soak in the sink, this is the same kind of idea. Though go bug Santi for that episode because dishes are not my jurisdiction.
So we have three options here today. Baking soda.
Baking soda, or sodium bicarbonate, is a chemical compound that is, well, a salt. It has a variety of uses, but when it comes to laundry, it's meant to basically absorb stains like oil, grease, and other things like that. This is due to its alkaline nature, pH 8, which helps destabilize the acidic compounds found in many stain makers. It can be applied as a paste or, like we're doing today, used in a pre-soak.
Borax.
Borax, aka sodium tetraborate, is yet another salt compound. Man, we're just getting salty today. Borax is harvested from dry lake beds, where the water has evaporated away, leaving behind these dense mineral deposits, which is pretty cool. And it works similar to baking soda, though it has a higher pH level with a whopping 9.5 5. This means that its natural cleaning agents are harsher and could possibly harm or wear away at the fabrics of your clothes faster than baking soda. But it also means that it may be able to get at those stains even better.
And laundry booster.
This is basically the upgraded version of our first two options, often including one or the other or both in its ingredients, alongside other cleaning agents. And this specific option is leaning Arm& Hammer into the hack mindset, even using the term in their instructions on the back of the box.
All of these are meant to really get out those deep-set stains and clean your whites the whitest they can be.
But there's a little bit of cleaning drama over on the laundry side of TikTok as to which one works best. Madam Sweat, who makes a lot of cleaning-related content, made several videos praising baking soda as the king of clean, while Melissa Dykes-Pateras, who is basically the name on Laundry Talk, at least on my feed, responded claiming that borax or laundry booster would work better. That's about as dirty as cleaning drama gets. And I wanted to see the results for myself.
Today we want to get your dirty whites clean. But to do that, we need some dirty white shirts. And lucky for me,
Okay. About dirty white shirts, right? I trained martial arts for more than a decade, and I got a lot of darker color gi. That means our uniform. Reason being, we get thrown around. We roll on the floor. We roll in the mud. We roll under the rain. We throw each other onto the floor. We kick each other. That means footprints onto the shirt. We did a knife. Okay, it's not rubber knife, and just slash. That means a lot of the rubber black color stains on it. And sometimes we put red marker. We put red marker onto the knife, so that to indicate which part of the body is being slashed. And those red marks is very difficult to get off of this white color gi. So yeah, I got a lot of gi that is not purely white because of this sustained injury over the past few years.
I found a really quick and easy solution. We're gonna run them over. I love my job.
Yes, we are pulling out all the stops for our last hack. And by stops, I mean my car. My tires are covered in a lovely mixture of oil, mud, grime, and grease thanks to driving around LA's questionably clean streets, which makes them perfect for dirtying up our white t-shirts. So I laid out our sacrifices and got ready to get dirty.
She really have to rub it in, you know.
I think I call this dirty. So, since we did such a great job dirtying them up, let's see what of our cleaners does the best job getting that dirt out. Which means we need to go back to the kitchen. Yeah. All right, so I have our shirts and all of our cleaning supplies. I also added a couple more stains. I added some mascara, some foundation, and some lipstick because if you've ever hugged somebody while wearing makeup, sometimes you just leave an imprint of your face on their outfit. And you want to make sure that you can give them advice for how to get that off.
In our mixing bowls, I added the instructed amount of cleaner, roughly 2 tablespoons per gallon of water each, and filled them with said water. Then I gave them all a little stir to make sure our solutions were fully dissolved, though the borax did put up a good fight. And then set the timer for 4 hours.
So far, my biggest worry is that of the 3, the borax doesn't dissolve as easily. And that's a big concern because that's what makes it go through the water, absorb into the clothes, go into the stains, but we'll have to see.
4 hours later, and our shirts were still looking dirty despite their long, relaxing pre-soak.
This is our baking soda. You can still see some tire tracks. Stuff is still there. And then we have our borax. All right, you can see some of that borax that did not dissolve. I can still see the makeup. I can still see tire tracks. I can still see all the gunk in there. And that's not a good sound. Welcome back to Style Theory, the worst ASMR channel on the internet. Not looking great so far. And finally, you have our laundry booster, which looks like a delicious stew with some twigs, dirt, and still very prominent tire tracks. I can see the hint of some makeup up in here. I don't see any stains looking lifted, but we'll have to see if there's a difference once we get to the end of our washing cycle.
I popped our shirts into the wash, hoping against all odds that TikTok wouldn't fail me a third and final time. When we started this episode, I was ready to be wowed, ready to prove that TikTok was more than viral dances and fan cams, that TikTok could teach us and improve our lives. But with a phase eyes full of unfortunate contouring and a head covered in tangles? Was I actually going to get a win? Or be left holding the bag of dirty laundry? And theorists, it seemed like we might have our first and only win of the episode.
So for our white shirt results, all of our options got out the car stains. None of the grease, none of the dirt, none of the gravel, none of that gunk is left. Well, that's not completely true. I do see a little bit of dirt, but let's go through them one by one to see what worked best. Starting with our baking soda. Did get out most of the car stains, the dirt, the grease, the gravel, all of that good stuff. There are still some dirt marks on the side. You can see here that there's still dirt that was left in these creases that it just didn't get out. And you can also see that much like most of our shirts, it doesn't look fully dirty. It just looks like there's a little gray left here. But our makeup, still there. We have not lost any foundation. In fact, the foundation bled through to the other side and still didn't go away. We have pretty much all of our lipstick left and most of our mascara. Then we have our borax mix. This one, much like our baking soda, it did collect some of the dirt towards the edges, but overall, it's not too dirty. The other one definitely had more of a darker gray tone here. The side seams here have that little bit of gray residue. And then you have our makeup. This one also failed. We still have our foundation, we still have our lipstick, and we still have a decent amount of our mascara. Comparing our two options, they both failed with the makeup pretty equally. However, the dirt on our baking soda was worse than the dirt on our borax, which means the baking soda did the worst, and the borax did the less worse. And finally, we have our laundry booster. I don't see the same gathering grays at the armpit area on this one as I did on the others. It seems pretty white overall, which is, makes it the winner no matter what. However, it did not defeat our makeup. I think we need a whole episode devoted to getting your makeup out of your clothing. That is not it, folks. And based on the TikToks, they did not tell me that. They did not say, does not work on makeup. They were just like, this is what you need to do to make your clothes cleaner. Your whites whiter. And so if we really need to get into those deep set stains, we need more information. Information that was not in those TikToks. So is this a hack that will actually improve your life? No. And so I'm left with a bunch of dirty t-shirts that I don't know what to do with. Isn't life fun?
Well, not for TikTok. Because with this failure, TikTok is officially dead. At least when it comes to improving our lives with helpful and informative videos. But before we say our final goodbyes and bury it forever, I want to know if you think we should give it one more chance. Can we bring TikTok back from the dead with hacks that actually work? If you think we can, leave your hack in the comments and we will try once and for all to see if TikTok can change our lives, or if it's doomed to fail forever. But hey, that's just a theory. A style theory. Keep scrolling smart. Next time on Style Theory. The trend claims that your contrast level can help you find the makeup that looks best on your face. But here's the thing. I'm not sure I believe it. So I am once again volunteering my body, or in this case my face, to science. Will using contrast to control my makeup actually give me a better result than if I go against my contrast type? Or will we prove that, in the end, it doesn't even matter?
So what do you think? Comment down below. Thank you so much. And I also like it that for this particular video, they actually changed the ending from "But hey, that's just a theory, a style theory, keep looking sharp." They changed it to "But hey, that's just a theory, a style theory, keep strolling smart." Thank you. Subscribe.